The Wall That Heals, honoring the more than 3 million Americans who served in the Vietnam War, is coming here to San Diego County. It is a mobile replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in our nation's capital, and it will be in El Cajon March 21st through the 24th. It bears the names of the 58,281 men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice, including 17 who were from El Cajon. Here now with more on how you can see it and help with the effort to honor these service members, our Wall That Heals co-chairs Jeff Mueller and Matt Medina. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
So my father also served in the Vietnam War before he passed, but I know that a lot of people can't get out to Washington D.C. and this is really going to be a special few days for Vietnam veterans and their families.
Absolutely.
Why don't you tell us about the effort to bring it here to El Cajon?
It took a little more than I was expecting. I went and met with a bunch of guys and asked if they would help me if I made the application to make this happen, and they all said yes. So I filed the application in August, and in October, after a couple of Zoom meetings, they told us we were one of the 31 selected this year out of almost 100 applicants.
And your personal inspiration?
Yeah, my father passed away just over a year ago, and we buried him at Arlington National Cemetery last June. And while I was out there, I found out that they bury from 27 to 30 veterans a day in Arlington, just at Arlington. So we're losing a lot of these veterans every day. So it's really important to do something like this where they don't have to fly to DC. They can be amongst their community.
And we have video. It is really a very touching moment to actually go and stand and read the names. But prior to being there is a huge community effort, and that is where our San Diego viewers can help out, of actually constructing this wall. Now, it's not exactly the full size. It's what kind of scale?
It's 3/4 scale.
Okay.
But it is very big, and we do need help. We need volunteers. We need a whole lot of volunteers, in fact, and we need donations. It costs a lot of money to bring the wall here, set it up. There's a lot of things involved, and of course, it's open to the public for 24 hours a day for the 4 days that it's here. And so it needs a lot, and it really, that's why we're here, is to ask for help, whether it be a donation. We got a ton of great sponsors already that are local businesses and individuals that are donating money. We need the volunteers as well.
How many volunteers are we talking?
Hundreds.
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 And these people will actually meet the semi-trucks that are going to be arriving with pieces of the wall.
Yeah.
There'll be a number of different tasks, if you will. Yes, there's going to be the hauler and escort parade, which is where we're going to have some first responders and some motorcycle groups that are going to escort the hauler into Wells Park in El Cajon. Then we have over 200 volunteers that are going to be help setting it up and manning 3-hour shifts out there as well.
We had some video our station covered several years back when the wall actually came to the USS Midway Museum. Yeah. It's great that you're bringing it out to East County. Yeah. Matt, can you tell me about your personal connection to the wall?
My personal connection is actually Jeff. You know, he's a part of a group of friends that we have, and we do stuff like this together. We like to do more of it, and this is one of the biggest events that we've ever tried to put together. So we definitely appreciate everybody's help, but Jeff is the one that brought this to us, and his father passing away in the story, it got us all looped in, and of course it's something that East County needs.
And I know I was able to take my father to the wall, and just when you see these veterans who actually served in the war, and at the time, especially the Vietnam Memorial, they did not feel welcomed home, and so now to have a memorial for them, it's pretty moving. What's some of the feedback that you've gotten from veterans and families?
Yeah, we learned a harsh lesson on the backs of the Vietnam veterans as far as how we treat our returning heroes, and even if we don't agree with what they've been sent to do, we've learned to not take that out on them. So one of the most critical things here is to welcome home Vietnam veterans that haven't been able to go to the wall and maybe help them find their buddies. These 3-hour shifts you don't need to know anything about the Vietnam War. The VVMF will train you on everything. Excuse me. All you need to do is be a friendly face and just be a kind-hearted, veteran supporter.
And one thing I want to point out, there are a few Vietnam Memorial replicas, but this is actually the one that is the same as the one in our nation's capital.
Yes, this is put on by Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund, the same group that built the wall in DC.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
We want to give you, again, a look at the dates that the wall will be here. The Wall That Heals will be in El Cajon March 21st through the 24th. But before we get to that point, we do need a lot of volunteers. We're talking hundreds. So that is the main address, thewallthatheals.org. But our local organization has set up a website. Can you just tell it to me one more time?
thewallelcajon.com.
Thewallelcajon.com. Visit thewallelcajon.com if you'd like to volunteer and be one of the hundreds welcoming this wall here to San Diego County. Carlo?